guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Jane, and this video is my very first Q&A video, and I thought it would be kind of fun to do. I enjoy watching other people's Q&A videos. I enjoy asking questions to some of my favorite YouTubers. And so I thought I would give it a try myself. So a couple of weeks ago on my community page, I just asked people to submit questions if they wanted to. And a bunch of you did, and thank you to everybody who did. I am going to go through and answer, I think, all of them. So I wrote everything down on paper and actually prepared for this. I am not the kind of person who can do this without thinking about what I'm going to say and preparing, because it would just be a mess, and then I would I would forget like literally everything. So let's get started. I'm going to be wearing my reading glasses so that I can read, and there they are. So I'm going to start with a question from This is Danny O. I love her channel. She is another YouTuber. She lives in Australia. She has an awesome channel, and she's a really great person. And her question: you've started adding Hermes to your collection. Would you add any bags? If so, which ones? At the moment, Hermes is way out of my budget. It's not even like a realistic goal for me right now, because I would like to use my money in different ways. But if I somehow were to come across a pre-loved Hermes bag at a price that was possible for me to save up for, I really like the Picotin 18, and I think it's really, really cute. I'll put a picture up here of what that looks like. It comes in so many great colors. It looks like a really easy to use, easy to carry bag, easy to style. I know Jessie from Jessie's Style has one, and hers is so adorable. So that would be a bag I could reasonably set a goal for. Pre-loved, because it's not as popular as a Birkin or a Kelly. So yeah, maybe someday in the future, that would be awesome to have one of those bags, because I know that they're like wonderfully well made and beautiful leather bags. The next question came from M.A. Have you ever had a major luxury disappointment? If so, what was it? So last summer, I bought a Louis Vuitton multicolor Trouvial bag from the Real in the black multicolor print. And I had wanted this bag for what seems like 15 years, since I first saw it in the boutique back in San Francisco, and I thought it was so adorable. It was out of my price range when it was new, and also I only saw it in the white, and I thought that it was just too big and loud for my style. So I didn't buy it. But I always kind of coveted it and kind of wanted it. And finally last summer I saw one on the Real and it looked really good. But as you know, the Real only shows you like 3 pictures, maybe 4. And so it arrived. The first thing I noticed was that it had a horrible perfume smell, like not even nice perfume. It was just a sickening perfume odor inside the bag, which was of course not disclosed in the listing. The handles were incredibly filthy, like just dirty. They were dirty handles. I also noticed that the bag seemed smaller than I remembered it being. And the handles were also really small, like they were short handles, so you could hold on to the bag, like even shorter than Speedy handles, or at least it seemed that way to me. Like just the proportions were just different than what I was expecting. So this is the kind of bag where you could really only carry it by the handle, like a suitcase. And even if you tried to put it in your elbow, the crook of your elbow, it wouldn't hang comfortably. Obviously no shoulder carry, no crossbody carry. And that was the style of the time, as they say, back in the 2000s. There were a lot of these handheld heavy bags. Not that the Trouvial is heavy, it's not. But for those reasons, I was really disappointed because I had built up so much expectations for this bag. Now, if it had come to me in pristine condition, no odor, nice looking patinaed handles, I might have kept it and I would have made it work because it is such a cute bag and it's such an iconic bag. It's beautiful. Of all the multicolor bags from that Murakami collection, that one was my favorite. I like the Speedy too, but I would never buy the Speedy because I know how heavy it is and I would never have carried it. So that was disappointing. Fortunately, the Real accepted my return request because of the odor inside that was not in the listing. And they gave me a site credit, not a refund, which is fine because I used that credit for the black multicolor pochette accessoire, which arrived in amazing condition and is actually my very first video on my channel was unboxing that. I will link that down below, but I absolutely love that bag. So it all worked out in the end and I wound up with the black multicolor piece that I wanted. The next question is from Kaylee Carroll. What made you decide to do a YouTube channel? It actually took me a few months to work up the nerve to film a video. I had been watching YouTube for a long time and commenting on people's videos and just enjoying other people's content. But also I've been collecting handbags since about 2003, and I'd been heavily involved in the purse forum and the community itself and the community on the purse forum. And I felt like a logical step for me would be to join YouTube with my own channel as well. But it took a while because I was really nervous about being on camera. In a way, I still am. I still feel pretty awkward doing videos. I don't know why. So it took me a while to work up the nerve to actually put myself out there and not worry about how I look or how I sound or what I'm saying or my background or whatever, and try to get over that because it doesn't really matter. Everybody's different, and what's most important I've learned on YouTube is to just try to be yourself. That's what people like. That's what I like. So I got a lot of encouragement and support from my husband. He is also my video editor, and he helps me out with the technical stuff, though I have learned a lot about, how to use the camera, and I create all the edits myself, and then I submit the edits to him so that he actually executes the edits. But I choose how the video will look. And I'd love to learn the editing too. The software is on his big computer, and it's at his desk, and I'm just not in a place yet where I'm ready to do that. So for me, YouTube is also just a great community and a place to meet other people. Obviously not in person, not yet. It's a great community to make connections with people and around this topic. And in my real life friends, they do not share this interest with me in general. A couple of them do, but they both live in San Francisco. And none of my friends know about my channel. I haven't told anybody because I just don't think they would get it. And I think it would just cause awkward conversations or things that I don't really need. This is kind of just my thing that I share with other people who also have this thing. The next question comes from Nick Snell. A piece of advice you'd give your younger self, and would you have listened? So there would be so many answers to this question. I think that's true for everybody. I don't think there's anybody who's totally satisfied with every single decision they've ever made in their life. That's just not real. There are certain things I would have done differently. I would have applied to a different university. I would have applied to the University of Washington, and I'm pretty sure I would have been accepted there too. But instead, I went to a liberal arts college where I did not receive the education that I think I should have gotten. In my 20s, I wouldn't have just fooled around with like dead-end jobs and like hanging out with my friends and going to shows. I would have actually focused on building a career at a younger age. But that said, the choices that we make lead us to where we are in this moment. And in this moment, I live in a town that I love. I love my family. I just got a great new job. So every decision I've made, even the short-sighted or dumb decisions I've made, has led me to this spot. And it's all been a learning experience. So I guess that's the answer to that. Would I have listened? I don't know. Maybe. Tess Lux asks, if all your bags could be in one brand's logo, what would you choose? Example, a Gucci bag in Louis Vuitton monogram or Hermes in Fendi Zucca. Well, I think what you're really asking is, what is my favorite logo print? And that's a hard decision because I would say there's probably two that are my favorites, and they're both Louis Vuitton. I love the monogram print. This is obviously not the traditional monogram. This is the watercolor Richard Prince monogram. But that is not my favorite, even though it is a very, very close second. I think my favorite logo print is going to be the Damier Ebene. And I just love it. I don't know why. I've always loved it. It's always been special to me because it's so versatile. It's beautiful. It goes with everything. It's classic. It's iconic. It's the first Louis Vuitton canvas was this one. And I have a wallet and 2 bags and a desk agenda and a mini pochette in this. And I may soon have a pochette clay. I really want the pochette clay in the Damier Ebene to kind of round out my collection, but I'm trying to find one at a good price and preferably one with the older canvas. But yeah, I guess that would be my favorite logo print. Here's a question from Dale's Addiction. Hi, Dale. If you could purchase any bag from any time that you don't have but lusted after, what would you choose? So I thought about this one for a while. And I had a few different answers that I played with, but I think it would have to be the Bottega Veneta Cabot, specifically the mini Cabot or the small Cabot. When I was getting into Bottega Veneta back in 2007 and 2008, the Cabot was like the highest end iconic silhouette for Bottega Veneta. It is a tote bag style. I'll put a picture up here. It is 100% woven, hand woven, inside and outside. It is incredibly gorgeous and just amazing. It's an amazing, amazing bag, and I don't even know if they make it anymore because they've gone in such a different direction in the last couple of years. But I would still want to have one. It's a gorgeous bag. It was very, very expensive, I think, at the time. I think even on the pre-loved market, they're still pretty expensive because it's just an amazing Italian woven leather bag. So it would probably be that one. And so, yeah, I always wanted one, but again, I think they were around $5,000 or $6,000. And so I never could pull the trigger on that one. From Anthropology, that's Tor. He's got a great channel too. If money was no object, what would be your end-all dream bag? Well, I thought about this one too, and there's just too many to name, but I did narrow it down. If money was no object, I would love to have a Fendi mini peekaboo with the exotic handle. Melinda from Lux Purse Love has one of those. It's really gorgeous. It just looks like just a perfect black bag. Or the Fendi baguette, I think from last year's Lunar New Year collection. It was a multicolored fabric baguette in the different shades of pink. I'll try to find a picture to put up here. I'm sure pre-loved. It's, astronomically priced, but I thought it was so beautiful and I think really difficult to get. And I don't have any Fendi bags. And so basically that type of like really special Fendi bag would be my answer. Here's a question from Veronica Sid. or Veronica CID. What was your first ever luxury purchase and why did you choose that item? So I think, if I'm remembering correctly, my very first luxury purchase, so from a luxury designer house, so not Coach and not Kate Spade, but from Louis Vuitton. It was my very first luxury purchase, and it was in 2006, and it was the white multicolor koala wallet. It was, I just really wanted it for a long time. I don't know why, but I just I saw it. I think I might have seen it either in the boutique or someone on the purse forum had it, and I was obsessed with it. And I thought it would be the perfect multicolor piece for me because it wasn't too big, and it had the mini monogram print on it. And so finally, in early 2006, me and my friend went to the shopping center, I think in the South Bay somewhere, south of San Francisco. One of the Silicon Valley shopping centers that I don't remember the name of now. But we went there, and we went to the Louis Vuitton boutique, and I finally picked it out, and I just loved it. And it actually, that wallet was $620, and this is back in 2006. Even now, I think $620 is a lot for a wallet, but it was a really special wallet. It was the white multicolor canvas. It was fully lined in vachetta leather, and it had a lot going on. There were a lot of pockets and a zipper pocket, and so it was a very detailed wallet in its construction. It had gold hardware. So it was a really nice wallet, and it was a lot of money. Even now, that's a lot of money for a wallet. And so it took me a while, but I finally pulled the trigger, and I loved that wallet. I wore that all the time. I carried that wallet for several years, and I wish I still had it. I think eventually I sold it in my big 2011 sell-off of all my Louis Vuitton. But I wish I still had it because it was really, really cute. The next question is from Dawn Loves Couture, another YouTuber. If you had to choose one style of bag, what would it be? I think if I could only carry one kind of bag, what works really great for me is a leather bag that is kind of semi-structured with a flap opening, either magnetic or a turn lock style of closure that you can wear on your shoulder or crossbody and easily access your things, and it holds everything you need. And I feel like I do actually have a bunch of bags that fit that description. The Pochette Matisse, the Coach Pillow Madison, the Tory Burch Fleming bag. I just did a video about comparing those two. Yeah, obviously a Chanel bag would be in there, but I don't have a Chanel bag. But yeah, I love a flat bag. It's just so easy to use, and it's a classic style. All right, the next question is from Caleb Snell. Hello, Caleb, another YouTuber that I love. What got you started in collecting bags and luxury? My interest in handbags started in the early 2000s when I started earning real money for the first time. Let's just put it out there. I got my first really good job. I was not married, no kids, so lots of disposable income. I lived in the big city, San Francisco, surrounded by every shopping experience you can imagine. And I worked in a fashion-driven company. I worked for The Gap, and so in the corporate office. And so, what you wore and what bag you carried was kind of like something you noticed around you all the time with the people that I worked with. And so I started to notice how, wow, everyone's got all these like really cool handbags and shoes. And then me and my friends would take these long lunch breaks and go shopping sometimes and just go to Nordstrom or go to Coach. And I had friends who definitely pushed me in that direction. And also I discovered the Purse blog because I wanted to, get more information about these brands. And the Purse blog then turned into the Purse forum in 2005. And so you could just learn about anything you wanted and definitely be influenced by everyone there. So that kind of pushed me in that direction. It had a lot to do with it. Let's move on to the next question. It is from Brooke Longstreth. And hi, Brooke. She has been a longtime supporter of my channel. Her question is the favorite Louis Vuitton bag you own. That is kind of a tough one. I do have, I think 11 or 12 Louis Vuitton bags, but of those, 5 of them are Speedies. I love Speedies, and I have 3 Speedy 30s, including this one. I just really like that size. I like that style. I have the bandolier, which you can wear on your shoulder or crossbody, and I have the handheld, and I've always just liked it. One of the first Louis Vuitton bags I bought was a Speedy 25 monogram a long time ago. I no longer have it because I found that size to be a little bit difficult to use because the opening is harder to open. I wish they would make the zippers go down the sides. That would be smart. On some of their limited edition Speedy 25s, they do that. I don't know why they don't do it for all of them. It's probably just them being really old-fashioned and stubborn. So that would probably be my favorite, though I like many Louis Vuitton bags. The next question comes from Susan Clark. What is your favorite bag and why? And also, do you own any Chanel bags? Well, first off, I do not own any Chanel bags. I have 2 Chanel mini O cases, which is a small zipped pouch. I really like those. I like Chanel SLGs. They are a little more affordable for me. As far as the bags, I do not have any. I don't know if I ever will. I certainly will not be buying any Chanel bags new from the boutique, probably ever, and I'm okay with that. I wouldn't mind having a vintage Chanel, but again, it's not really on my radar for right now where I am in life, because even pre-loved, they are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and that's just not something I'm able to do at this time. And that's okay too. I have a really great collection already. As far as my favorite bag in my collection, again, I don't really like superlatives. I don't like trying to declare a favorite food or a favorite movie. I just can't do it. Here comes Oolong. Oolong, come here. Come here. It's a cute little dog. There she is. I might as well, since I'm doing a Q&A, have Oolong be on camera. Might as well let you guys say hello to Oolong, my sweet little dog. You're such a good girl. All right. Go on. Good girl. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't really like trying to have a favorite anything because there are so many to choose from. And to me, it's like not even worth it to try to say, okay, my favorite movie is this, because I have lots of favorite movies. I have lots of favorite foods. I have lots of favorite colors. So anyways, but if I were to choose just one bag in my collection that I think is the most special, it would have to be this one. The watercolor Speedy 30 from the Richard Prince collection of 2008. I did a whole video about this bag. I can link it down below if any of you want to check that out. I purchased this bag in 2008 when it was new. It is definitely my crown jewel. It is gorgeous. I should probably carry it pretty soon now that spring and summer are here. I'm trying to get those colors to show up. But yeah, here's the bottom. I think I might have forgotten to show the bottom in that video for some reason. Not that you guys really are dying to see it, but that's what it looks like. I adore this bag. The colors, the print, it's so different. The off-register, the way that they did the watercolor, kind of messy looking and splotchy and, you know, all over the place, and the way it's kind of like, you know, dripping down, and it's not lined up with the monogram in the background. It's just incredibly cool. It is white with these gorgeous pinks and purples, yellows, oranges, and this is definitely a forever piece, and it is the one that I still don't believe that I actually have. So that would probably be my favorite if I had to pick one. The next question is also from Dale, from Dale's Addiction. Where is your next holiday and what bags will you take with you? Well, we already took a holiday this year to San Diego in April for spring break. And for that holiday, I took my Longchamp large Le Pliage tote, and I took my Damier Azur Speedy 25, Speedy B25. I found those worked great for a vacation in a really sunny place because, you know, they just had that vibe about them. I love the Longchamp tote bags for travel, and next time we travel, I will definitely take a Longchamp large tote again. We're not going to probably go anywhere else this year, but next year, if we get a chance to travel, we don't have anything planned yet, but next year I would like to either go to Vancouver, BC, or Victoria, which is an island just off of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada, or I wouldn't mind going to Hawaii in the winter. It's a great time to go. But nothing's been planned yet. We're not really sure where we're going to be in terms of financially or with the kids or what we can do. And then, so yeah, haven't thought about it. But when we do, I think great bags for traveling would be the Coach Swinger in denim that I recently got. That's a great bag for just carrying your essentials crossbody. Or maybe the Louis Vuitton Favorite bag in Damier Azur would be another awesome bag for summertime for travel because it can be packed easily in your suitcase. All right, the next question is from Fuchsia Floyd. She is also a YouTuber. Hello, Eva or Ava, I'm not sure how to say your name. What are the 3 main things you consider when buying a new bag? So when I buy a new bag, I consider a few things. Now, sometimes I do just fall in love with the bag and buy it. I've done that for sure, but not every time. First, I think about where it will fit in my collection and if I already have something that is just like it. So a lot of bags I have not purchased because I've looked at my collection and I saw I already have something just like that. That is, I don't have space to add the same bag again. And obviously I didn't fall in love with it either. So, I also, of course, consider the usability, the functionality, what it can hold, if I'm going to enjoy carrying it. I think I did a video about, I can't remember if I did. I might have done a video in the past about bags that annoy me or bags that I like but that are annoying. And so, you know, sometimes sometimes that happens after the fact, after you've purchased it and you start using it and then you realize, oh, I really hate how this zipper works, or I can't even use this pocket or something like that. So that's something sometimes you can't know until you've purchased it, though that's where YouTube comes in and can be very handy. And I do very often watch YouTube videos before I purchase of unboxings, though unboxings are not very valuable as much as reviews are. So I'll try to find a review video about the bag I want and see what that person says about it and get a better look at how the bag actually works. So YouTube is so valuable for that. I also consider the longevity of the bag, if it will be very durable, if how it will wear over time, if it will show wear really quickly, if it's really delicate, or if it's really, really trendy, and in a couple of years, if it'll look really dated. That happened actually with a bunch of Coach bags that I got about 10 years ago or so that I no longer have because they just did not stand the test of time in terms of their design. So, but you can't really predict the future, can you? So you don't really know. All right, the next question is from Kaylee Carroll again. Favorite fashion brand, and also, is there a fashion designer that I would like to meet? I don't know if there's any designers that I really care about meeting. That's not something that I really focus on. Obviously, there are a lot of designers that I admire, so I think it might be cool to be able to meet them. One of them would be Bonnie Cashin. She was a designer for Coach back in the 60s and came up with lots of cool, playful designs. And I also think it would be fun to meet Marc Jacobs. And all I would want to talk about is his time as the creative director of Louis Vuitton, though I do like his brand too. I think he's great, and I'm sure that would be really fun. As far as my favorite fashion brand, I guess based on what I own in my collection, it would probably be Louis Vuitton. It was my first love in terms of luxury fashion houses, and it's the one that I've collected the most of over the years. And while I do complain about them a lot, especially recently with their price increases and some of their incredibly ridiculous collections and coming out with fast fashion, like every couple months there's a new collection, and it is just not the same brand it was when I first started collecting it by any means. They have changed so much. It's crazy. So I'm really glad that I hung on to what I did from back then, though I really wish there was a lot. There's a lot I wish I had not sold, because I had no idea at the time that they would change so much. So it would be Louis Vuitton. All right, a few more questions left. And this one is from Styled by Gwenny. And hi, Gwenny. You've probably already followed her. Her question is, which luxury fashion house's ready-to-wear has you drooling? So I haven't really dipped my toes into luxury ready-to-wear because I can't really justify the price, and most of it does not fit my personal style, and they don't design for petites. I am petite, and if I wanted to wear anything below the waist, it would be ridiculous on me and really, really expensive. I would love a pair of Gucci shoes. I think I could definitely wear those, or, shoes by, any other luxury house. But actually, you know what? That reminds me, I did buy some Louis Vuitton shoes a long time ago. I think it was 2007. I got these Louis Vuitton heels. They were like sandals, but they had this 3-inch heel. And I think I bought them because I was at a trunk show that I'd been invited to, and my sales associate just was really kind of, I won't say pressuring me, but really telling me that these shoes were just amazing on me because I tried them on. But I ended up like never wearing them because they were 3-inch heels. They were very uncomfortable to wear. They were cute, but yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. And I eventually sold them. And it took a while because it's hard to sell. It's hard to sell luxury shoes, and you will almost always lose money on them unless they're Chanel. But anyway, so that's the only time I've ever really got luxury ready to wear. Now, Gucci shoes, I feel like I would make a smart decision with those. I'd probably get sneakers or loafers. As far as ready to wear in other lines or areas, my favorite would be Tory Burch. I'm going to put some video up here showing some of the stuff that Tory Burch has on their website in their ready-to-wear area. I really like their collections. I think their designs are really cool and wearable. They are pretty pricey, but the quality is definitely there. They always go on sale. And when you find them pre-loved, like on the RealReal, then you can get incredible deals. I have a blouse from Tory Burch that I got from the RealReal, and I think it was like $35. And brand new, those blouses are like $300. So, and it's a silk blouse. I think I've worn it in one of my videos before, but it is gorgeous. I did just purchase a denim blazer from Tory Burch, and that'll be in the videos that I'm putting up next to me. It's like a cream colored blazer. It was on sale as well. I bought that sort of as a treat for myself for getting my new job because it can be worn to work. So I really like their designs, and I know that their quality is high. I'm really into Tory Burch lately. And their shoes. I mean, they started out as a shoe brand. Their shoes are awesome too. I have boots and I have sandals from Tory Burch that I absolutely love. All right. The next question is from Melissa's Corner. And she asks, you mentioned you have 2 daughters. Do they share your love of handbags? Not really, not yet. And my oldest is only in the 6th grade. And so I guess time will tell. I gave my youngest daughter a little Coach bag of mine, which is really cute and really girly. And I think she likes it, but she really never uses it. But who knows, and maybe eventually she will. So she just keeps it in her room, and I think she has a few of her things in there. But mostly they just make fun of me for having so many bags. But we'll see if they change their tune as they get older and start asking me if they can, borrow one of my purses. But that's probably a long way off in the future. The last question is from Fuchsia Floyd again, and she asks, how's the new job? Thank you for asking. It is going great. There is a lot to learn, but the environment is very supportive and very cool, and I just feel like I want to know everything. When I go to my job, I'm like, okay, what can I do today? The business I work for, I don't really want to describe it because I'm trying, obviously I don't want to tell you guys where I work, but my job is basically to create processes and organize processes as well as create processes to get the invoices together, to get shipments out and received from different suppliers of product, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it might sound kind of boring, but believe me, for me, it's not boring. I think it's super interesting. And I really like the people I work with. It is a small business. It is a woman-owned business here in my town. It is a beloved part of the community. So I feel really lucky to work there. And I still feel like I have to pinch myself. How did I luck into this job? And it's awesome. I'm really happy there. And it's only been a few weeks. So I have a lot to look forward to in terms of growing in the company in the future. I'm looking forward to that. And it has been communicated to me that there is definitely room to grow, which is awesome. And so, yeah, I guess that does it for my first Q&A. Thank you for watching. I don't know how long this thing's going to be. I'm going to guess maybe 40 minutes. Thanks for sticking around until the end. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who asked a question. If you have any comments about any of my answers, please leave them in the description box down below. And if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I will, and also subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. I'm around almost 650 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm having lots of fun. I'm just slowly working my way towards 1,000. I'm thinking of setting a goal of trying to get there by the end of the summer, but who knows? But you could help me get there, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you again, and I hope you're having a great week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.